Node VA3BAH connected to node 27838. Node VA3BAH disconnected. Where's Laird?
Laird's listening to Brian connect and disconnect. Very good. Well, good evening, everybody. And yes, welcome to the nightly COVID-19 Rag Chew. I believe it's week 5 and Thursday night. Man, this thing's going on and on and on. But anyways, yes, I see a few people online already. Darren's online on the YouTube feed, and so is Scott. He's back again. That's fine. We'll allow it, Scotty. Always good to have you in here. At least then I have someone to make fun of. Hi. Yeah, and with that, we're going to take a standby and see who wants to check in. I think that was VA6HEM there, but we'll let you come back again.
That was me. The VA6HEM, safe and sound at home. DE3LWJ. Hey, CRU. DE3 is alive. DE3RPM. DA3 KDK. Victor Alpha 3 Tango Papa Sierra. Victor Echo 3, Victor Golf India. Victor Echo 3, Sierra Oscar.
Okay, so far I have Mike, VA6HEM, Larry, VE3LWJ, Bill, VE3CRU, Jimmy, VE3SOY. Jimmy, what happened? Let's see. We have Scott, VE3RPN, Clint, VA3KDK, Steve, VA3TPS, Joe, VE3VGJ, Lee, VE3LSO, and I think there was a couple of doubles, so if I missed you, please come back again.
Victor Echo 3, Papa Whiskey Juliet.
VA3BTQ.
DA2, Romeo Tango Victor.
Okay, I forgot where I left off, but I had Joe, VGJ, Lee, LSO, Peter, VE3PWJ, Jackie, VA3BTQ, and Jeffrey, VA3RTV. Okay, we're up to 12 check-ins so far, which is not bad for the first part of the check-in process. And if you're online on YouTube, just let me know you're there. If you're not checked into the Rag Chew on the radio, and we'll throw you in there. And you can't connect via All-Star. That's weird, because I heard you connect and then it disconnected. Okay. Tonight's topic du jour was submitted by someone last night, and I forget who it was, but they suggested that maybe if there was a movie or TV show that had amateur radio in it, that it may you may want to mention that when it's your turn to have the mic in hand, and let us know what was your favorite movie with amateur radio communications in it. So we'll head back up to the top there, and we'll start with VA6HEM. Mike, and I take it you're probably home.
6HEM. Yes, we are. We are back home. Landed here about 3 o'clock, cut after 3. So 5 o'clock your time. Easy peasy. Good to hear everybody with that. Other than that 8.5 hour delay, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, 8.5 hour delay kind of screwed us over. But it is what it is. We're going to be back home. I got 2 movies for you there, Larry. Of course, everyone is going to be like, oh, it was Last Man Standing with Tim Allen. Of course, that one. And if anybody ever watched Stranger Things, there's a little kid that goes up in the hill and talks to him with his girlfriend, which is hilarious because my girlfriend did the same thing. She was like, "You're in the what?" And then when we started watching this, she was like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious!" So she likes it, so she's getting into it. So never know, I may convince her to get her a ticket. Hi. So wait for next time around. Thank you, Larry.
Okay, very good. Are you watching on the YouTube channel by any chance?
No, negative. I'm just using the Android phone here in the house here. Why is it overly loud?
No. If you had the YouTube channel up as well, I could show you a QSL card from the Last Man Standing set.
Okay, well, give me like 3 seconds or a minute or so. Let me fire up this other laptop here, and now I'll load in just to take a look. And I'll post them in the comments or when I load up there. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, very good, Michelle. Mike, I'm glad you guys had a good, safe trip home. And except for the 8-hour potty break, you didn't do too bad. Let's see. Larry, VE3LWJ, good evening.
Yes, good evening. It's LWJ. Not an awful lot new with regard to TV shows or radio shows or whatever that had anything to do with ham radio. I had nothing, but I recall that when I was reading Hardy Boy books back in about 1951, that the boys had they communicated with their father back and forth with shortwave radio. And that kind of piqued my interest in radio. Back to you, Larry.
Larry, you couldn't have said it any better. Last night, I don't think you were in last night, but last night we were talking about what piqued your interest in amateur radio and got you started. And several of us actually mentioned it was from reading Hardy Boy books. And there was one in particular where they had ham radio in there. So there you go. You answered last night's question and tonight's question all in one foul shot. Awesome. Glad to have you with us tonight, Larry. Bill, VE3CRU.
VE3CRU here. Okay, I do not indulge in theater, movies, all that stuff. I've got arthritic knees and all that. I can't sit still long enough. But I did have something else that came up. I took a, that I got to throw at you there, Larry. I took a drive over to a German restaurant in Pickering. That's where I take out meal there, that I get 3 meals out of there. I always love German food. On the way over, I noticed the Ajax Flats is closed. I wonder how much money people are saving by not being able to go into those places. And then I noticed a lot of restaurants closed, not even takeout being offered, like Applebee's, which I frequent. You see, to explain that, of course, I didn't see any golf course, any places where they play Calpasta pool, which you indulge in. I don't know what your space for that will be in over the next 3 months, but I am saving money because of my interest in the fine feminine form and fashion show. So, in actual fact, restaurant meals alone, I'm probably calculating I'm saving $500 a month just in restaurant food alone. So I'm wondering if our other retirees are being blessed with being able to save, or if it's costing you money. Anyway, back to you, Larry. Over.
Yes, a good point on the saving money bill. Well, I know you don't have to be a retiree because I know my restaurant bill is way down for the month as well. I usually get coffee in the morning on my way to work. it's only $1.70, but still every day, figure 20 days a month. And then every Friday, a bunch of us at work go out for lunch. Well, we haven't been doing that. And then there's at home, the family, we usually try to go out once a week, and we haven't been doing that. We have done some takeout, but it's not as expensive as when you actually go out to eat. And because we don't bother getting drinks and all that stuff, we just have whatever we have at home. So yeah, and then there's the gas. I'm not having to drive 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers a day, so that's helping. And online we have a VA3 VMD is checking in online. Name is Veets. So welcome to the Rag Chew this evening. And if you're anywhere near Oshawa, or you think you can hit Oshawa, we'd love to have you come onto the repeater too. But if not, we will acknowledge you on the YouTube channel here. And looks like Clint and BAH are working on trying to get him going, so that's good. And we'll go down to Jimmy, VE3SOI.
VE3 Sierra Oscar India here. A movie with a bit of ham radio content is a Korean movie that won Best Oscar for 2020. Now, watching a Korean movie it was like all gibberish to me, so I had to go to Wikipedia to get the plot, and then after that I had to figure out what was going on in the plot by just reading the big Wikipedia account. The movie name was Parasite. So, and that's Korean, so it's kind of like a novel. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. VE3 SOI. Back to next.
Okay, very good, Jimmy. And what was I going to say? I totally lost it there. Sorry, it'll come to me and I'll think of it when I'm on to the next guy. Let's see. We also have Aldo checking in. And he's I asked him what he's having for supper, because usually around this time his wife is cooking up a storm. It's a wonder he's not my size. And he's saying, what, no hat today? No, I'm going with the au naturel look, so you can see that no, I'm not losing my hair. As a matter of fact, it's growing. And we may have to look up hairstyles from the 70s pretty soon if we can't get into a barber anytime quickly. Let's see. Scott, VE3 RPN.
VE3 LKS. And everybody on frequency, good evening. VE3 RPN. Sounds like we're off to a good start there. Yeah, my favorite movie was Frequency. I have a copy of it at home.
Oh, yes.
And it's a story about a homicide detective in New York. He accidentally discovers the radio frequency of his late father's old East Kit radio. And I'm sitting in an old theater watching it because nobody wanted to play it in a fancy theater. And stupid old me stands up almost, and I'm so excited when it opens up. That's a Yankee antenna. Like, what is this? I couldn't resist. I was so excited. I thought they really do have ham radio in this. Anyway, it's a great movie. Takes lots of Kleenex. So, and then I do have a CD on Blu-ray, but it takes lots more. When the conditions allow us to get out of the penitentiary, there. Over to you, Greg, you control. 3 RPM.
Very good, Scotty. They actually, I think it was about 10 years ago, they actually turned that into a TV series. I don't know how many years it went or how many seasons, but they actually did turn that into a TV series too, and it was quite interesting. Again, it was, she would, I think it was a lady that would talk to her father who had passed on, but she would talk to him through the old hot water radio there. And Michelle, if you're looking, and in case anybody else on frequency wants to know, this is the QSL card from the set of Last Man Standing, the TV show that's on nowadays. It's on, when's it on? Thursday night, I think. It's with Tim Allen. They actually have 2 actual amateur radio stations on the set. In the show, he has one in his work office and one in his work office at home down in the basement. But in reality, they actually work. They have antennas on top of the building, and radio clubs go in there and activate them on a regular basis. So I was lucky to work them on FT8 as well as on DMR. So I have that to add. And with that, we will head down to VA3KDK. Clint.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Nice listen. Sometimes listening to you guys and get to the last tail end of it, I do notice there Larry's been making some changes, because it's something important to shoot me an email there to do with the membership list. I know we did have somebody contact me. I'm not sure if I passed that info on and was interested in becoming a member. And I did say to him, talk to that other member that he wanted to about the password for the IA switch, switch, I guess it's now called, or IAS, to join in with us because he doesn't have a radio currently.
Okay, I'm not sure who you're referring to, but then I've had literally since this COVID breakout on my VE3 LKS email, it's nothing to get 100 emails a day from all over the place, not just club members. I average about 25 to 30 a day from club members, but then I get stuff from other people too. And then there's my work email. Don't even go there. So you'll have to refresh my memory, and we'll look into that. And someone was, Beats was asking if we've considered doing a Zoom meeting. When I'm trying to do a net control as well as trying to run a Zoom meeting, it would be difficult. Trying to keep them two going. It's fun enough just trying to keep the YouTube. Maybe if this goes on and I become quite proficient at it, maybe I'll risk it. We are doing a Zoom meeting for our club meeting. We have to decide when that's going to be, but I'll make an announcement about that later on, because that way we can do presentations and everything, and I can mute everybody. Of course, you can override it, but I can mute you again. And anyways, let's see, VA3, TPS Steve, and Steve had an interesting experience today.
Well, good evening, Larry, and to everybody on frequency. Yes, it was quite the day. I decided to put that 40-meter vertical up, and it was bright, sunny, and calm this morning, and got it all ready, got it set to go, and started heading up the hill. The wind picked up, the snow came in, and for the next 4 hours, we got about 2 inches of snow, and it snowed on and off. Every time I got wet and cold, I'd go inside and get warmed up, and the sun would come out, I'd go back up, the snow would come back. But I got it up, it's working, and I did a whole bunch of DX on 20 meters this afternoon, and I just finished the QSO in Montenegro on 40 meters, 5 minutes ago. So it was worth it. The story is true. Any antenna you put up in bad weather works better than in good weather. Back to you there.
Yeah, like why would you want to do antenna work when it's nice outside and waste all that time when you could be DXing? Very good. Yeah, when you first told me that story today, I thought you were going to tell me that you made your wife go out and help you. But very good. I'm glad it was cleared up enough and you were able to get some work done there, Steve. VE3 VGJ Joe.
Good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. Yes, comments on the movie. I remember a movie called Contact with Jodie Foster, and it had some ham radio stuff in it, and it's something, when it was mentioned last night, I tried to look it up, but I can't see it on my my provider here, so I'm going to have a look at it. I always remember that she was involved with SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial, what does it stand for? SETI. Anyway, yeah, she was talking on the radio a little bit, and I remember that part. Also, what a mixed bag of weather today. Geez, I came home. I got to get my grass cut, but I couldn't today because the snow was on it. I couldn't believe how much came down there about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It came down quite heavy. Back to you there, Larry.
Interesting. Here you guys go again talking about snow, but so far, I haven't seen any around my area. I mean, I had a skiff of it on the roof of my vehicle this morning, and that was it. But this afternoon, a few flakes tried to come down. I just went out and I said, hey guys, Fenland Falls is where you want to be at. And so they turned and went back north. But no, it's interesting that you got it in Bowmanville. And I'm sure Jackie may have had some up north. We'll find out in a few minutes. But yeah, here in the east end of Oshawa, nothing. That's good. Okay, let's go to Lee, VE3 LSO.
Well, good evening, Laird, and everybody on the frequency. I'm glad to actually be getting out. My ICOM is having some issues this evening, so I'm on my backup VHF rig here at the shack. So glad to have that. And I was trying to remember for the longest time, ever since you asked the question tonight about what my movie would be to do with amateur radio. And I remember there was a scene, but I couldn't remember where it was from. So I finally figured it out. It's actually from the series Shield. I believe it was the last season where they end up somehow being caught in like a time travel rift where they go into the future. All of humanity is slaves to some alien race. And I can remember they're traveling in a freighter or something like that towards some asteroid. And they're able to access what they call a very old radio in one of the panels. And lo and behold, I look at it and it's on 80 meters. The frequency was 3.8 something, if I remember right. And I remember thinking, wow, that'd be weird to use 80 meters out in space. You wouldn't think you'd want that frequency, but nonetheless, it was only really interesting to me and no one else watching it. So that's my scene for amateur radio. Back to you, Laird.
Okay, very good. And I just want to acknowledge Jeff. Jeff, let me see. What did he say here? I lost my. Someone hit enter and it went. Oh, he says he's coming in on YouTube, and he says no ham radio here, but I can hear you all on my radio scanner. I'm in Oshawa. Thought I would check in. Are non-hams even allowed? And by all means. Everyone's allowed to listen in, not a problem. Matter of fact, anybody who's a radio enthusiast, you don't even have to be a radio enthusiast, but you're not going to understand a lot if you don't understand the radios. But yeah, by all means, we're doing this every night during the week. So Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock. And we're going to do this during however long we're locked down in isolation for this COVID-19. And by all means, please feel free to join us any evening. And after that, when we can start getting together again, you'll be more than welcome to join us at club meetings and at other events. And some of our events where we actually talk on the radio, for instance, there's a big one coming up that we normally do, but it's canceled this year due to the COVID. It's called Field Day. And you can operate any of the radios out there because there's so many licensed amateurs out there that can supervise that. Their call.
Let you know the show home improvement.
Now called Last
Movie. How are you?
I got on the net. Or come unplugged. So, Larry,
Hello.
I think cover the reasons why.
Last night, it was also my end. So,
John and Rebecca and Chris and whoever else stuff in it that
and Jimmy back into the rag chew this evening. And so, if so, please.
Victor Alpha 3, Golf Alpha Romeo.
VA3, Victor Mike Delta.
To check the veto. Did I miss anybody? BAH Brian, VA3 GAR Glenn, VE3 HIX Bob, VE3 XCQ Christopher, VA3 AG Eldo, and VA3 VMD Vito. Did I miss anybody? Okay, so it doesn't sound like I missed anybody. So the most recent check-ins, Tonight's topic, unless of course you've got you have a request, you need